Boom.
Hi, every pony, and welcome to Macintosh and Maud, the show about My Little Pony from two adults who love it in spite of their children.
Welcome to Macintosh and Maud. I'm Diana, aka Maud.
And I'm David, aka Macintosh.
It's season 5, episode 19, the one where Pinkie Pie knows. Pinkie Pie struggles to keep a secret that involves the lovely Princess Cadence and her husband, Twilight's brother, Shining Armor. Ooh, this one's fun.
It is fun.
This is a very silly episode that is also extremely cute.
a filler episode that still has a lot packed into it.
It does, and while it is a little bit of filler, it pays off later in the series.
Oh yeah, no.
So it's still important. It has its place.
Filler episodes don't always have to be unmeaningful or unnecessary.
Well, filler, when we use filler, sometimes it tends to mean throwaway episode.
Right.
That is not the case with this episode.
No, this is a bridge episode
Correct.
into something else. Bridge is probably a better word. Okay. All right.
Right, so we start this episode and Pinkie Pie is frosting cupcakes. Phew, look at that pound cake. I am so close to breaking my personal cupcake icing record.
What is her personal cupcake record, do you think?
I'm going to go with 623.
I'm just going to go an even 600 or like
Okay.
599.
Okay.
She must like round numbers.
So, yeah, she's hanging out with Pound Cake, and Mrs. Cake walks in, and she's got pumpkin cake on her back.
My goodness, I can't believe what I'm seeing here.
Pretty impressive, if I do say so myself.
She's not looking at the cupcakes.
Yeah,
at
she's
all.
got a note in her hoof.
Pinkie, would you mind watching the counter while I pop to the supply room? We just received a very special order, and the ingredients need to be perfect.
And so as she goes, she drops this piece of paper. And Pinkie is just like, okie dokie dokie.
Thanks, dear.
And so Pinkie's spinning around, and she kind of like falls over, and she sees the paper. So she starts reading it, and it is very interesting.
Like, it gets closer to her face.
And so much so that her eyes pop through the paper. A baby! Shining Armor and Princess Cadence are having a baby! This is the best news ever! I can't wait to tell Twilight! And we see Pound Cake. He takes his pacifier out of his mouth and puts it in Gummy's mouth. Like one does.
Of course.
Sharing is caring.
Oh, Pinkie, it's a top secret surprise. And she
starts shushing and backing out of the room. And then Pumpkin Cake does the same thing. It is precious.
They're the most adorable toddler ponies ever.
A top secret surprise? That means I have to keep the exciting news to myself.
Uh-oh,
This is Pinkie's nightmare.
Uh-huh.
My little pony, my little pony.
That's a bad harmony for
Yeah,
me.
we didn't know.
I don't know how to do that at
Okay,
all.
we're gonna have to work on it. Maybe by the season 9 we'll get it done.
I can harmonize by ear, ladies and gentlemen. I've taken singing lessons. Took it.
Summa cum laude undergrad, ladies and gentlemen.
I hate you.
I know. I like making fun of you for being smart. Love you.
Love you too, dear.
All right, Pinkie Pie's walking through town with Gummy. Even though I didn't technically make a pinky promise to Mrs. Cake, I can't tell Twilight or any pony the big news. That would make me a big old surprise ruiner. Right, Gummy?
Gummy's still sucking on the pacifier.
Did you take that from Pound Cake again? Don't you know it's wrong to steal from a baby?
What's all this about, baby?
What? Who? Who said something about a baby?
You did, Miss Pie, just now. What were you talking about?
And so Pinkie Pie takes the pacifier from Gummy and starts sucking on it herself.
And then shrugs and walks away.
Uh-huh.
I love how nobody actually knows what's wrong with Pinkie Pie. They're just like, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So now we've got all of the group together in the throne room at Twilight Sparkle's castle. Great, every pony's here. Now I don't have to wait any longer to tell y'all the wonderful news. Some Pony Special is coming to visit Ponyville, and I need your help getting ready.
Ooh, that's a mother.
It's Shining Armor and Princess Cadence. Yes, and they're coming tomorrow. Yes, on the Friendship Express rather than the Crystal Empire train, so as not to cause too much of a scene when they skip town to come visit. And she's like sweating, like dripping sweat from her face. Yes. And And that's it. Oh.
And she's immediately disappointed. How did you know all that?
Pinkie sits! And she like backs her body up, but her head stays put and her body goes out of frame. And then all of a sudden her head pops back.
Because Pinkie
Pie
defies all laws of physics.
She's the only pony who's in an actual cartoon.
So you said you needed our help with something?
Follow me. So we go into this room and it's a bedroom and it's all decorated. And Rainbow Dash goes straight for this poster of a unicorn.
Sweet posters! Is that Smash Fortune?
It sure is. When Shining Armor said he wanted to come visit the castle, I started collecting things he liked when he was a colt as a surprise. Surprise!
Everybody kind of looks at her for a minute.
Like she has popped out of a toy box and she's got a helmet on her head. I've been so excited. It's been hard to keep it to myself. And then she turns the helmet around so it's on front of her face. I have no idea what that's like.
It's a Centurion helmet.
It's great. Aw, look at the cute little ant farm. And like we'll go into, we see a little ant and it's scared of Fluttershy.
Well, Fluttershy is, giant big eyes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And check out all these old comic books.
Be careful, they're Mitten bag. And he has opened one up and he's blowing on it and it disintegrates into ashes. And so then he puts the ashes in the bag.
I suggest that he was trying to get the dust off.
Yes.
But then he accidentally produced some flames.
Yeah.
And not great. Then just walks away.
Pinkie Pie pulls like a toy doll out of a toy box. What's this? This is Brutus Force. Shining Armor used to carry him around like his baby. Yeah. And she puts him back.
I love how she just keeps being integrally nervous, and at least one pony is always looking at her going,
"What? Something's off. Like, you're weird, but this is super off for you."
Like, and then Rainbow they just shake it off.
Well, Rainbow even like says it later in the episode.
I know. It is a bit juvenile for castle decor, but it is very sweet of you.
That's just rude.
I know.
Fuck off, Rarity. I'm sure Shining Armor will love it. Me too. But there's a few more things I'd like to add before he gets here, and I could really use a hoof collecting them.
Whatever you need, Sugar Cube, we'll help you get it. Oh, yeah,
sure,
of course we will.
Thanks, every pony. I just can't wait till they walk in and see everything.
Totally understandable. Watching some pony else be surprised with something is almost better than being the one who's getting the surprise.
But, what if the surprise is something so incredibly exciting that a pony can't keep it in any longer, and she has to tell the pony standing next to her what it is, or she might explode?
She is now buried under Fluttershy's mane.
I would say no. Very serious, like, firm no from Fluttershy.
Oh dear.
Oh no.
The pony who ruins a surprise for some pony else has to live with that guilt forever.
Cadence! And she literally pinballs out of the room and creates a hole in the wall.
All the other main six stare at the hole in the wall.
Mm-hmm.
So, I know the bar is set pretty high, but does any pony else think that Pinkie Pie was acting weirder than usual?
Thank you, Rainbow Dash. So we cut on over to Sugar Cube Corner, and Pinkie has pinballed her way into her room, into her bed. Phew, that was close, too close. I almost spilled the beans. Beans that would be really hard to clean up. I obviously can't be around my friends right now, or any pony for that matter. That's it. If Shining Armor and Cadence are coming tomorrow, then all I have to do is lock myself in my room for every pony until they arrive. Then I won't ruin anything.
Of course, lock yourself in your room.
Sure, like just...
Oh, good, you're back. Mrs. Cake needs my help, but these deliveries can't wait. I can't thank you enough for agreeing to be my backup delivery pony, Pinkie.
I did?
Doodly, doodly, doodly,
Flashback?
Maybe I should hire some pony to be my backup delivery pony.
I'll do it.
Really?
Sure. There's no possible way that I could ever have anything that might interfere with doing the task, like a gigantic, emotionally exhausting surprise that would make it super hard to be around other ponies.
This might be my favorite meta Pinkie moment ever.
You know, we say that every time she gets super meta because they just build into being that much more adorable and hilarious.
But this is meta about being meta.
And we get a flashback, which is hilarious. Yeah. She's being meta while being meta.
There's no way anything could possibly interfere with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like this exact situation. Great. You're sure you won't change your mind?
No way. Cross my heart and hope to fly. Stick a cupcake in my eye. I love this saying.
She Pinkie promised.
Okay, so we cut back to present day. Oh yeah, I Pinkie promised I'd do it, and I never break a Pinkie promise. Never.
Well, thanks again. You're a real cake saver.
Maybe it'll be a quiet day and I can just avoid every pony. So she opens the door and we see all the townies walking back and forth. We even see Caramel, Creme Brulee, who I have a long-standing gripe about. I've almost let it go, but not really because,
Every time you get close enough, he just shows back up again.
I've almost healed, damn it! All right, so now she's got the delivery cart on her and she's delivering things with a disguise on. She's got her glasses and the funny nose with the mustache. And so she's walking across the town and she hides behind some bushes. Hi, you Pinkie Pie. Heard any good gossip today?
Yeah, we're bored. Please say you have some interesting news.
Nope! She runs off and she slams right into Fluttershy. Fluttershy, what a surprise! I mean, not a surprise! You were in such a rush earlier. Twilight wanted me to ask you if you could bring some snacks to the castle for Shining Armor and Cadence's visit. Definitely got it! Pinkie promise! Yeah! Ha! Maybe some baby carrots. What did you say? Baby carrots? They're Shining Armor's favorite. Mine too! Baby carrots are kind of like big carrots, but smaller. Kind of like foals or tiny versions of their parents, but smaller and cuter and up on a squirrel! Where? Is it Albert? Oh my god. And then she runs into a pony whose cutie mark is his actual face. And this is ridiculous. And also, I love the reference to an albino squirrel because we had a lot of those at our college. It was our unofficial school mascot.
There's that. There's the fact that he's Albert the albino squirrel, and mostly the fact that Fluttershy is very concerned
about who the albino squirrel is.
Where? Is it Albert?
Okay, so now Pinkie Pie is hiding behind a wall, and she puts on a helmet. Like she's serious. It's time to kick this operation into hyperhoof and avoid all ponies by any means necessary. So now she's delivering her cakes by lowering them in front of someone's door, and she's got the actual delivery cart on top of someone's roof. Mm-hmm. She throws a grappling hook through Rarity's window and sends the cake through. She walks by Rainbow Dash, doesn't talk to her. Then she goes to a little Philly party at the pond lake, and she does an underwater delivery. And then she walks past the group having a picnic party, doesn't say hi.
All the main six.
And so finally, she's walking into town and she's looking into a shop window at a pony. It didn't feel good ignoring my friends like that. Maybe I can just tell one little pony the surprise.
And in the window, the pony who ruins a surprise for some pony else has to live with that guilt forever.
You're right, spooky reflection of Rarity that I know is actually my own imagination. I can't tell any pony at all. Then they would tell Twilight, and then she wouldn't be surprised, and it would be all my fault.
Spooky reflection of Rarity that I know is actually my own imagination.
Thank you. Thank you, My Little Pony Riders. That brings me joy.
It does.
All right, so now she's home, she's in bed, but she sees Gummy, and he's gumming on a scroll. Finally, I'm all alone on my own. She sees him chewing this. Oh, well, great. I'm starving, too. This apple is delicious. What are you having, Gummy? Oh, no, it's the list that Twilight helped me make yesterday so I wouldn't forget all of my Pinkie promises today. And I have 3 more things to do. 4 if you count bringing those snacks to Twilight's castles. I've been getting liberal with these Pinkie promises lately. Yeah, she's just handing them out like candy, and that's no good.
It's not great when you're trying to be incognito.
Mm-hmm. So she's off to work a party at the school. She's making balloon animals. Ooh, I want a flamingo. I want a goldfish.
Surprise me.
And at Surprise Me, she sees a stroller and a pony going by, and she makes a baby bottle.
Is that a baby bottle?
No, it's a puppy.
Are you sure? Because it looks
Next! And so then we get Featherweight comes up.
A baby pony, please. Unless, of course, that would be a royal pain.
Interesting choice of words, Featherweight.
Was it?
I don't know. Was it?
Maybe you better just make me a giraffe.
So now she's off at the mayor's office. She's going through some files. She's closing cabinets. And Mayor Maine comes by.
My, your friends weren't kidding when they said you had a great filing system, Pinkie. You are Ponyville's best kept secret.
No, I'm not.
Speaking of secrets, have you ever known some pony else's secret?
No. And she's sweating so bad. She is about to explode.
It's like a horror movie from Mayor.
Yes.
A surprise that was so big and exciting that it was all you could think about.
Nope. And she runs away.
And Mayor looks as she runs away. Oh, me neither.
All right, so now she's over at the furniture store, and we meet our rando pony of the week. This rando pony is named Wooden Legs. Yeah, I mean, it's just cute and precious.
Oh, hey, that's just what I wanted. Thanks, Pinkie.
You're welcome.
Oh, by the way, can you help me spread the word about the big crib sale I'm having?
Treat your full, like, royalty? And she just, like, falls back.
Ha! Pretty good slogan, huh? I came up with it all by myself.
And
she
like
runs away screaming.
Yep.
Oh, I thought it was clever.
And so it's got one of those dancing balloon characters that looks just like Pinkie Pie, and at this, the balloon falls over and deflates.
Wacky waveable inflating tube art, man.
Oh, God. So we're back at the throne room at Twilight's. Those look yummy, Pinkie. Let me help you, but we better cover them up so they don't get spoiled. Why would they get spoiled? We're all going to eat them super soon.
Oh, didn't any pony tell you? Shining Armor and Cadence are held up. They may not arrive till Saturday.
What? And now she is hyperventilating. She has screamed her way up into the tree that hangs over the table.
Into the chandelier.
You mean I have to wait another whole day? I don't know if I can. Pinkie Pie, do you have something you need to say? You seem like you've been keeping something in. We're here to listen.
Well, go on then, Sugar Cube. We're not going to judge you, darling. You'll feel so much better once you get it off your chest.
And she's like just blowing up like a balloon.
Come on.
And the balloon finally pops.
Whatever it is, you can tell us. We're best friends.
And now like they're all chanting tell in Pinkie's head, and their heads have all turned into balloons, and she's freaking out. Okay, you win. Shining Armor and Cadence are gonna have
an awesome weekend with the best little sister in all of Equestria.
Hi, every pony. And okay, so in walks Shining Armor and Cadence, and Pinkie Pie just faints. Like she just can't take it. Shining Armor, Cadence, you're early. I thought something had come up and you weren't going to make it until Saturday. So did we. Turned out we weren't needed in Meritonia until next week. And the summit we were supposed to attend today had to be rescheduled, so we got here sooner than planned.
Surprise!
It's wonderful to see you all again.
Oh,
yay!
So good to see you. Well, the pleasure's all ours, Princess.
I'm so glad you're here. I have a big surprise for you.
Oh, yeah?
Ooh, what can be? Oh, my God.
So they're all walking.
And then Shining Armor is kind of like weighted back to be with Pinkie Pie,
who is straggling very slowly behind.
Head hanging.
Lucky we came when we did, huh? I'm guessing you saw the scroll we sent to Mr. and Mrs. Cake. Hey, I'm impressed you've been able to keep our secret this long.
So you're going to tell Twilight now?
Because they're all still very close.
Yeah, so like he lets them get just a little bit further ahead.
You're gonna have to wait just a little bit longer. We have something special planned. It'll be worth it, I promise.
It better be. So, like, she's holding her mouth and they're walking through town.
So, did you think Shining Armor liked his surprise?
Didn't you see him? He couldn't stop raving about it. And we cut back to this little scene where she has opened the door and Shining Armor is freaking out. He's just like a giant kid screaming all over everything.
The one moment he does it, we see like screaming, it's a beautiful toy. Oh, it's my posters. He sees the comic book burned up in the bag and is like, ah, and then back to squeeing over other
He's
stuff.
so excited.
It's the cutest thing ever.
Mm-hmm. So back to the group in the town.
Where did Shining Armor and Cadence say they'd meet us? I'm starving.
In the town square. I wish they'd waited to walk over with us, but they said they had something to take care of first. They're going to have a lot more to take care of soon. What? Nothing! And Pinkie like speeds off to where they're supposed to meet them. That's odd. They're usually quite punctual. And they're at this fountain with a pony on it. And then they look up and the statue has a scroll in its mouth.
I need a hamburger in my belly right now.
What's this?
What does it say?
A scavenger hunt. Shining Armor used to set these up for me when I was a filly. At the end, there was always a big surprise, like a new book or several new books, or we get the picture, you like books. Pinkie is done. She's over all of this.
It's so good. So what's the first clue? I hope it's something about eating lunch. Rainbow's so hungry.
And so Pinkie Pie just takes it. You've got the scroll. You're on a roll. Why don't you take a peek where young ones spend their week? A piece of paper will continue this caper. I've got it. Where the young ones spend their week.
I'm not quite following.
And we cut to the schoolhouse. It's the Ponyville schoolhouse. Good enough for me. Now where's the next clue?
And she is panting, sniffing the ground, and then sneezes at a flower and scratches her hoof like a dog.
No, she scratches her ear while using her hoof as though a dog would.
It's insanity.
Yeah. Yep. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm.
She's a puppy now. Okay.
Yep. All right.
Extra, get your Ponyville news. Read it in the paper. Extra.
A piece of paper will continue this caper. It's in the full free press. So they get a paper.
Ooh, look at that dress Mayor is wearing in the social report. Why, it's stunning. Didn't you make that, Rarity? Yes, what is your point?
Focus, every pony! There's really no time limit on these scavenger hunts, Pinkie. Ah, there! Though this hall is rather small, in it you'll find files of all kinds. Take a look on the back of the birth certificate of Applejack.
I don't like where this is going.
So we cut to the town hall and Mayor is there and she's like ushering them in and she's super excited. And so like Pinkie Pie like runs in and then the rest of them kind of like follow in and then Pinkie Pie comes back out and Mayor is just like jumping up and down.
Baby of royal baby. Mayor gets real quiet, staring at Pinkie Pie. Mm-hmm. So Mayor knows.
Yeah. So we're back inside. Does anybody know where the birth certificates are kept? Oh, I do. Go down that hall, then you take a left, then a right, then another right, then a slight left, then it's on the third door from the right. Wow, Pinkie Pie, I never knew you knew so much about Town Hall. There's a lot of things I know that you don't know I know. So, like, Pinkie Pie just goes and she finds the file, and it's a picture of Applejack. Oh, you're so cute. And Applejack starts blushing.
It's this adorable little Applejack baby.
It's so cute. So we turn it over. This next place is where you can buy a table or chair or some comfy beds to rest little heads. So Pinkie Pie like starts going, but like nobody's following her.
Because they're all just like, huh?
Ah, really? None of you? It's obviously the furniture store. Go in. It's like she is push them all there. I don't know. Fine. So she goes in, she makes a bunch of noises, and she pushes out a crib that's got a piece of paper on it.
Wow, you're scary good at this, Pinkie Pie.
It seems we saved the best for last. We hope that you have had a blast. Now it's time to take a break where you can get a slice of cake. Sugar Cube Corner. That was an easy one. So we walk into Sugar Cube Corner and there is Shining Armor and Cadence and they're standing like they're covering a cake that's behind them.
Surprise! Twiley, did you like the scavenger hunt?
It was perfect, just like old times, except even better because this time I got to share it with my best friends. There's just one thing missing, isn't there?
What's that?
The book prize at the end. And like she's
nuzzled up to him.
And like she's searching around the room like, where's my book? Come on, I want my book.
There's still a prize, but it's a little different this time.
Oh, I don't understand. And Pinkie Pie's laugh, like, with her hooves in her face. All the places we sent you today had something in common. First, we went to the schoolhouse, and Pinkie Pie's trembling.
She's squeeing.
And then we read the full free press. After that, we found Applejack's birth certificate. And then the last clue was under a crib. And then, like, Pinkie is holding the twins. She's about to burst.
And she's like, Huh? Babies?
Uh-huh.
Babies?
School, full, birth certificate, and crib. Can it be? Are you two?
We're having a baby!
And they step out and it's a cake covered with baby stuff. A baby, Twilight! It's a baby! Woohoo! And she is bouncing off the walls. You mean I'm going to be an aunt? This is the best prize ever! Oh, I love you guys. I can't wait to meet your little foal.
Neither can we.
Aww. I did it! And like, she just like disintegrates. Like all of her body parts like fall apart onto the ground. And then she yells, "Go, Pinkie!"
She like gets one hoof up randomly.
And like, yeah, it's hilarious. So then she's collected herself again. You did it, Pinkie Pie. You kept it a surprise. Thank you. Was it much trouble? Piece of cake! And then as the episode ends with a blackout, it goes to a circle and it zeroes in on Pinkie's face. And she turns her head to the audience, shaking her head. No, it wasn't. Oh, I love it. Oh, it's so fun.
This episode contains two of my favorite Pinkie gifs of all time.
Uh-huh.
The one where she's bouncing up and down.
Yes.
And the one where it has a caption of internally squeeing.
Yes. I love the internal squeeing. That's probably the best.
There's a baby on the way. A royal baby.
We're going to have a brand new baby.
Huh.
A princess, probably.
I know.
Or a prince. Okay, we know it's a princess. Like, I'm not going to play that game. We know.
Anybody who's listening to this probably knows anything
what
about
comes
the baby.
about. Yeah.
But still, it is a great setup for something that's coming later in the season, while also just being a random bridge episode to get us across before the finale.
All right, until next time.
Bye, every pony!
Thanks for listening. Be sure to review and rate us on iTunes, Stitcher, or wherever you listen to your podcast. For questions, comments, and recommendations, you can email us at macintoshandmaud@gmail.com or find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.